Yo dudes, this is Ketsu, and today we are trying something a little bit different. I tried writing a story. Let me know if you think this concept is worth exploring further. The character was created by hitting random.
In a world shrouded in silence, once bustling streets now stood deserted. As the pallid light of dawn touched the desolate landscape, a solitary figure emerged from the remnants of a transformed reality.
Okay, I tried to be a little dramatic sounding when starting my journal. I'm practicing my writing skills. You see, I need something to pass the time while taking a break from the action-packed sport of standing around, I guess. And boy did I pick the best time. Because what's better for practicing writing than a post-apocalyptic ice age? Oh yeah, my name is Ketsustaton. And without further ado, let's dive into day 1. It was quite bizarre. Dramatic journal entry commence.
Diary entry. Day 1. Solitude's embrace.
Alright, so picture this. I wake up in a garage, right? Soaking wet. I'm talking drenched. Like I just volunteered for a wet t-shirt contest and forgot to opt out. And here's the kicker. I'm stark naked. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. Classic Tuesday night, right? But wait, it gets better. Apparently, my memory decided to leave on a vacation without me. Because I got chills on what led to this damp and embarrassing awakening. Did I really turn the garage into my personal splash zone? Did I party with the garden hose last night? It's a mystery more confusing than why they decided to make square watermelons. And I smelled like pee. Yup. Where am I? This is not the same. Was everything before just a dream? Why? As the ancient rain shaman once philosophized, I have a feeling we are not in Kansas anymore. The cold December air had turned the garage into a walk-in freezer. So, what's a drenched and slightly bewildered person to do in this situation? I rummaged around for clothes, praying for a miracle, and you know what? Lady Luck was on my side. She granted me earmuffs and padded pants, with a smooch on top, like they were gifts from a fashion-savvy guardian angel. Very fashion-savvy guardian angel. I hope she heard that and helps me out again. Wink wink, wink. And yes, dignity was finally making a comeback. Man alive, it's so cold. I need warmth. It was frigid enough to freeze a snowman's screen out there. But my determination level? It was hotter than your mother last night. So I braved the prickly needle wind and stepped out of that garage. Combined with my absolute drenching, I found it to be quite pleasant. Destination? Warmed. Or at least something warmer than this North Pole wind full-body experience. Seeking refuge, I barged into a nearby house. The door was invitingly not locked. I hollered for help, hoping for a human response, but silence was my only reply. Like crickets, but without the chirping. Now, I had a situation. I was damp, I was desperate to banish the de pee situation, so I really wanted to take a bath. Spotting what I thought was a bathroom, I rushed in, mentally preparing my I didn't mean to break in, just needed a bathroom speech. But guess what? I found myself in a closet. Yes, it's as awkward as it sounds. And that's not all. Upon trying the clicky things on the walls that you can use to imitate disco, I realized something. Lights? They were out. Electricity was apparently on a vacation too. But hey, at least I found a hiking bag, a torch, and some books. Survival tip, it's hard to read in the dark, unless you're a superhero with night vision powers. Next it was the bathroom for real, and let's just say, after that improvised Peacewater Park I woke up in, it was a much needed relief. It was divine. It did hit the spot, I can tell you that much. Nobody likes being covered in pee. Well, some people do. Anyway, I'd have appreciated towels more than a kid appreciates candy on Halloween. I got out of the fridge. Into the freezer. At least I don't smell like biohazard anymore. Progress. All I stumbled upon was a bandage in the cabinet. Not exactly towel-level material. But hey, it's something, right? Wrestling with the ultimate "where am I?" question, I ventured into the living room, scavenging the bookcase like a raccoon looking for snacksies. Speaking of which, the place was dustier than an ancient tomb, like the world hit the pause button on Jaws. And me, I'm like a time-traveling house guest, exploring the remnants of someone else's life. Free stuff, right? That's what I told myself, at least. Did everyone suddenly decide to take a vacation or something? While I was going through the kitchen, I felt the beginnings of a nose orchestra. Sneezes, snuffles, the whole shebang. Cold, the uninvited guest, had made itself at home, and I was its reluctant host. But hey, I wasn't one to let a sniffle get me down. Then it hit me. It was still cold enough to freeze a caveman's boxer shorts off. Like a sugar-fueled squirrel, I grabbed some canned foods from under the sink and flew to the bedroom in a panic. There's no way I'm getting sick now. Not today, my friend. I went into a wardrobe demolition mode and scored clothes that kinda fit. Not the fashion statement I choose, but warmth was the goal. My nose, though, was already broadcasting my past mistakes. Thanks, nose. Marauding the kitchen, I found a granola bar, some tortillas, and olive oil. Fancy stuff, right? If I ever feel the urge for an epic bathroom session, that olive oil might save the day. My coat, still clinging to me like a persistent salesperson. I needed more and warmer clothes, so I went for the house across the road. And wouldn't you know it, the door swung wide open as I pushed it like, "Hey house, here I come." I tried to raise my voice upon entering the door to announce my mighty presence, but I just sneezed like a trumpet. That would do it. But did anyone rush to see the show? Nope, not a soul. So I scoured the place, hoping for threats that would fend off the chill, but it was a dead end for my clothing crusade. On to the next house then. I coughed loudly at the front door, as is customary. Inside, jackpot, military boots, a step up, mind you, plus another hiking bag grabbed onto my hand, and a battery found its way into my pocket. Torches eat those. Wardrobe yielded a lumberjack shirt. A baseball bat in the corner for my inner hero and safety. And bonus, long gloves, fashion sensation. Another shirt joined its friends on the beautiful plump temple that is my body. I'm starting to be layered like an ogre. And then, kitchen raiding time. Reserved goods galore. And oh, a surprise in the fridge. More food, all rotten. With the stench came the realization that life had ghosted this place long ago. It was like, where did everybody go? Mystery. But no time to dwell, because oven mitts, the unsung heroes of warmth, caught my eye. And yes, I'm still rocking them as I'm writing this. Toasty fingers, here I come. Who needs warm hands? Oh, right, me. Off to house 4. Well, dang it. Both garages are closed. Scored antidepressants in the bathroom, just in case the existential cold comes knocking. Wardrobe added a sweater. Traded my leather jacket for a wool coat. Classy upgrade. Warmer than a hug from your grandma. The kitchen, a jackpot of canned goodies and spices. Feeling less frozen? More focused. Wow, I'm practically sunbathing here, compared to earlier. With each house, I journeyed into someone else's forgotten life, like a curious historian on a quest for survival. House after house, it was like a lonely scavenger hunt in a world that decided to play hide and seek forever. Feeling like a post-apocalyptic cave dweller. Now where's dog meat? Meat. With clothes amassed and wits scattered, I found myself outside just listening. I couldn't hear anything, just an eerie silence descended outside. No city hum, no car engines, just the wind's soft whisper and the occasional bird's chirp. My theory of an accident or some bizarre event thinning out the population gained weight, like a snowball growing in size. So I did what any self-respecting person would. I yelled, expecting an echo, a response, something, but it was me against the silence. Hey, over here! Anyone? Hello? Maybe I should start my one-man show. I can chuckle. I ran. I screamed. My inner banshee was set free, but it was a short-lived affair. Exhaustion and queasiness came barging in, uninvited. Note to self, printing while borderline sick, not a wise move. Honey, I'm home! Sorry, couldn't resist. Back at the first house, my throat was drier than a desert sense of humor, and water pressure. On a vacation, of course, hydration was going to be like finding a needle in a haystack, or in this case, a drop in the desert. I could really go for a desert right about now. Having too much water isn't going to be one of my problems. That's something, I guess. My back had turned into a mini convenience store, stocked with enough food to rescue a small village from culinary boredom. And then there was the grand idea of collecting rainwater in an empty mug. It wasn't much, but hey, it's the apocalypse. Adapt or be sidelined, right? Not the most high-tech solution, but it'll have to do. Settling in at the first house, I spread out my food like a feast fit for a king. And then, lo and behold, I discovered honey, nature's golden nectar. Did I feel like a bear raiding a beehive? Absolutely, but considering the circumstances, it was more like a sophisticated bear in a wool coat and fancy earmuffs. Nutrient-rich honey was my path to recovery. Map time, folks. I gave it the old college try, but as I stared at those squares, they just stared back, equally clueless. No X marking my special spot yet. I'm lost like a person who doesn't know where they are. Yeah. Time to tackle the next house. So, off I went, like a lone ranger in search of, well, everything. The eastbound house welcomed me with an open door, as if saying, "Hey there, pal, step right in." My grand entrance involved sneezing dramatically, just to make sure no one missed it, and as I rummaged through the kitchen cabinets, packing my second bag like it's a survival Tetris game, guess what? There was a surprise. A gas lantern. Because who needs modern luxuries when you can embrace vintage vibes? And yes, cue the facepalm. I should have checked that back sooner. That lantern's been hanging out, waiting to be noticed. It's been all like, "Notice me, senpai!" Emerging like a phoenix from the closet's ashes. Behold, a bucket hat. Nothing says style like a bucket hat. Seriously though, it's warmer than it looks. Not only surprisingly cozy, it also carried some serious retro swagger. But hey, let's not get too hung up on the hat. In the bathroom, I found a towel. A piece of dry heaven I'd have loved a few problems earlier. I'm imagining some cosmic joker out there is laughing at me. I found a pencil in the bedroom. I could finally make a mark on my map. I replaced my beloved bucket hat with a crash helmet, now with bonus insulation. Farewell bucket hat, you were a fleeting fling. And before heading back out, I stole a farming book and a melted popsicle. On my way back, I had time to think, and then it hit me. I can't stay in one spot for long, not until I've got the means to survive. Source of water, farming, stuff like that. So I rounded up my earlier trash stash, preparing for the nomadic life. Rich health and abundance of soda. Guess I missed that earlier. It's a testament to my distractible nature. Also grabbed a gun case from the bedroom, though I hope I never have to use it. I began marking off houses on the map, though in hindsight, not truly looted yet. That's a job for later. Into the garage where I woke up. I headed. Nails? Sure, those could be useful. Safety glasses. Wow! Also found my driver's license chilling in a pee puddle. And hey, a comic book too, like a quirky bonus on the floor. I freaking love comics. After vaulting a window to get inside another garage, I found a sports magazine. I picked it up, but only because I refused to leave empty-handed. It being a female sports magazine had nothing to do with my decision-making, I assure you. Vaulting into another garage, all I found was a fishing line. A bit anticlimactic, but hey, it's something. By now, exhaustion was sinking in, and so was a nasty cold, but no way was I calling it quits on this quest. Next up, the final garage, undisclosed till now. Adventures afoot! Yeah, I might be the sole contestant in this scavenger hunt, but who's keeping score? Not me. In the last garage, nails and fuel cubes. It's like the universe was saying, "Hey, ever thought about becoming a handyman?" Plus, Post-Apocalyptic Nights magazine. Irony, my name is my life. I've got nails, fuel, and a magazine that screams, "I told you so." I heard sounds like someone was walking right behind me. It hasn't even been that long. Am I already going insane? Or maybe I was just tired, and with that thought, I randomly chose the next house to the south. Accidental map doodle and all. Yup, I need a sleep, badly. Can't afford to be sick in a world with potentially 0 doctors. Once inside, I crashed in the living room and munched some snacks. Then, I started packing everything into my bags. More food, more drinks, a pleasant surprise. And guess what? Long johns, another layer in my war against the cold. Found stocking strings too. Every layer helps. And yes, I'm even sporting a bra, not risking anything here. After that, a bit more snacking, a map update, and off to sleep. Woke up to a nightmare, of course. Because why not? Despite that hiccup, I felt great. No sickness, just a bit of queasiness and anxiety. But hey, I'll take that over yesterday's wake-up call. Soaked in golden fertilizer. No watch, no idea about the time. But outside, darkness still reigned. Moonlight gave me a little window, so I sat down to pen down my thoughts. And that's where I am right now. Alright, journaling done, books read. Now I'm just bored. Time to hit the road. More tomorrow night. Hope I find a watch for timestamps. And am I talking to myself? Ooh. Thanks for lending an ear to my ramblings. Drop a thumbs up if you're vibing with this, so I know to keep them coming. Have a fantastic night. See you next time. Take care now. Bye bye then.